Let's go. I don't know what you're going through, but we stopped by to tell you.
What's going on, family? You guys are so amazing. Listen, I gotta pause to say thank you so very much for all of your likes and your shares and your comments, all of your engagement. It's because of you that we're able to reach the masses and do what we continue to do and fulfill our mission. That's to empower the world to never give up. The world has paused because of this thing called the coronavirus. But I believe that God has given me a word tailor-made just for you to encourage your hearts during this moment, during this season. And I just want to let you know, it won't always be like this. Join us in the sanctuary for a word. Use it as a thought when the honeymoon is over.
All of your commitment. There's a word from the Lord. If you have your Bibles or a copy of the Word of God, please turn with me to Psalms 34.
All right.
Psalms 34. We're just going to look at one verse. I believe that's enough for us to chew on. Psalms 34, verse 1. I'll be reading from the New Living Translation, whatever translation that you have. Read along with me. If you have your device, as long as it says the Bible, you're in good company. Psalms 34, verse 1. It says, I will praise the Lord at all times, and his praises shall continually be in my mouth. I will bless the Lord. Even when the coronavirus is going on, Deshaun, I will bless the Lord. Even when people around me is getting affected, I will bless the Lord at all times, and his praises will continually be in my mouth. Just for a few moments of our time together, I just want to use this authority the Holy Spirit shall guide with this thought in our minds. When the honeymoon is over. All right. Can you look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, how are you going to act? Okay, that was the wrong neighbor. They worried about if they going to catch the coronavirus. Look at another neighbor. Say, neighbor, how are you going to act when the honeymoon is over? Seated in the presence of our God. When the honeymoon is over. Okay, this is what I discovered. When the honeymoon is over. Honeymoon is defined, Deshaun, as a vacation spent together by a newlywed couple. Well, in today's term, we use this and say, I'm going on a vacation. Today's honeymoons are often celebrated in destinations that are considered exotic and or romantic. Generally, honeymoons may last anywhere from 7 to 14 days, depending on your finances, depending on how many gifts you got over your ceremony. But a honeymoon is designed for couples to absorb their new reality after making a public statement that they are in it for the long haul. It's during the honeymoon where there's a lot of smiling going on, no arguments going on during the honeymoon. All right. It's during the honeymoon that you overlook a lot of things because you want things in the honeymoon stage to go smoothly. Well. It's during the honeymoon stage that petty arguments are not entertained. Why? Because it's during the honeymoons where your good days outweigh your bad days. Oh, but when the honeymoon is over, Deshaun, you'll in fact discover that the person that you once was in the honeymoon phase with, you find out their true colors. Okay, y'all ain't talking back to me. I mean, you in the honeymoon stage and now it's over. You get like that Ice Cube song. It was all good just a week ago. Now after the honeymoon, it seems as if the mindset becomes what is will always be. Okay, y'all looking at me strange as if y'all have no clue what I'm talking about. I know we got a few married couples in here, and you have already said the honeymoon stage in our relationship is over. Well, let me make it clear. So here it is. In other words, after the ring is placed on the finger, after you have said I do, after the preacher has said now I pronounce you man and wife, after the money has been spent, after the cake has been consumed, after the electric slide has been danced, and after after the touch you rented has been taken back to the mall. The honeymoon trip is now over. Now you put your keys in the door of your new reality. They got you feeling that now since I got you, you're not going nowhere. And soon it seems as if somebody feels as if they got you and you're not going nowhere. Now, Ron, they want to show their true colors. But isn't it funny that while you were on the honeymoon, nothing ever bothered you? As a matter of fact, when you were on the honeymoon, it seems as if nothing got on your nerves. But as soon as the honeymoon was over, it seems every little thing they do got on your last nerves. Y'all not gonna talk back to me in this Presbyterian church, but if we can be honest and transparent this morning, when you were on the honeymoon, the first thing you would do would take selfies and take pictures and say Team Us. But soon as your reality has set in, it seems as if your Team Us has taken the detour. And I don't know who I came for this morning, but God said, I'm just looking for a few people that don't want to switch sides when the road gets a little rocky. Is there anybody in here that would say that I can't switch sides? Why? Because God has been too good to me.
I know that you're enjoying this video, but I had to pause. This is a moment, prayerfully, that you can sow into AOS Inspires. Listen, with your seed is helping us to produce great quality content to bring to you each and every week. PayPal is AOS Inspires. If you're giving through Cash App, it's AOS Inspires. And I want to say thank you for your seed of confidence. Now join us back into the sanctuary.
So here it is, after the honeymoon is over, Dr. Scott. When we are in the honeymoon phase, we're all lovey-dovey.
That's right.
But soon as reality sets in, it seems as if everything you can nitpick about, you find the little nuances, things that you can argue about. You didn't leave the toilet seat down. You didn't put the laundry and fold it up. Y'all not talking back to me. You left the dishes in the sink. Why is my gas tank on E? You supposed to fill it up. Why did you pay the rent? Y'all not talking back to me. See, it's only in the church house where they don't want to talk about the issues that they have going on back home. But is there anybody in this building that say, preacher, I know what you're talking about? So here it is. God is saying, I'm just looking. I'm just looking for a few people that won't switch sides on me when the going gets rough. I say, God, I hear you. I hear you loud and clear. The Holy Spirit was talking to me, Sister Lester. But I say, God, I'm not trying to play both sides of the field. I say, God, I need a word. I'm not trying to play both sides of the field because I believe that you have not given us the spirit of fear. But God, how can I encourage people that say, listen, the coronavirus has entered into my backyard? How can I encourage people that's been going to church every single Sunday, giving their tithes, been faithful to God, been faithful to their assignments, been faithful to the assignment that God has placed over their life? They have been living a holy life. God, how can I encourage them? He said, you don't have to encourage them. All you got to do is just remind them that it won't always be like this. Is there anybody in this building that can encourage yourself? Say, I can't touch my neighbor, but I can high five my own doggone self and say, it won't always be like this. Is there anybody in this building that will suggest to your neighbor, say, neighbor, it does not matter what you're going through right now. I just believe God is about to allow a turnaround to happen in your life. You can sit down on the stool of do nothing. You can expect the CNN news. You can expect Fox News to scare you. But I'm standing on the promises of God that he who has begun a good work shall. Yeah. So here it is. Watch this. Can I clear something up? Watch this. You cannot equate not getting sick to favor. Preach a little black boy from Chesapeake, Virginia. I'm doing the best that I can. Here it is. There's so many people that try to equate not getting sick with favor. Yeah. Can I make this thing clear? Why? Because there's people that have favor all over their life and still getting sick. Yeah, just because someone has been infected by the coronavirus does not mean that God's protection is not all of them. Can I drop a bomb in Gilead? Watch this. I had a young fella that I was really cool with. Me and him went to high school together. And while he was in high school, him and a friend, they decided to go on a robbing spree. Yeah, they went on a robbing spree, and as they went on a robbing spree, this is what happened. They went on a robbing spree, and then they got caught. Yeah, so here it is. So when they got caught, this is what happened, Jamaica. They got caught, but then when it was time, Ron, for them to go to court, the police officer, he didn't do his due diligence. So when he got into the courtroom, the judge looked at him and said, because of the evidence that's not dismissed in the case, I have to dismiss this case. So he came back to me, he said, preacher, God protected me. I said, God did protect you, but next time you need to get on the straight and narrow. Then I met a young brother last week. I met him. He said, I got to turn myself back in. I said, why you got to turn yourself back in? He said, because I was with some other brothers, and then while I was with them, they committed a murder, and now I'm faced to 10 years in jail, and I didn't even pull the trigger. I did not know that they were going to do what they were going to do. He said, listen, you a preacher, but God did not protect me in that situation. I said, I just got one question for you. He said, preacher, what is that one question? I said, what happened to the other 3 brothers? He said, they all died. I said, God protected you. Y'all not talking back to me. 3 died. He still living. He may have died 10 years, but can I share something with you real fast? Even if I don't catch the coronavirus, God will keep me. But if I do catch the coronavirus, God will cover me. And if I do get it and I die, I'm with him. Either way, I'm still covered. Okay, I thought that was going to hit a little bit harder. Let me say that again. If I don't get the coronavirus, that means that he covered me. But if I do catch it, that means that he will keep me. And if I die, I'll be with him. So either way, it's all good. Is there anybody in here say, anyway you bless me, Lord, I will be satisfied? Somebody scream out loud, he covered me. So here it is. I told you I'm done real fast. I'm in the text. Here it is. I just got to stop right here. I will. Yeah, the text says, I will. Let's stop right here. Notice the language that David is using in the text. He said, I will.
I will.
You got to understand the backdrop of the text because he's on the run from Saul. And while he's on the run from Saul, he's playing as if he's insane in Gath. Why? Because now David finds himself in a cave. Yeah, I just got to drop something in your spirit. I don't know who I came for this morning, but this is the season where you have to move with intentionality. Yeah, here it is. My prayer all 2020 is that God keep me holy, humble, and hungry all at the same time. I just want to be holy, hungry, and humble all at the same time, because you do know some people can't get promoted because they allow the promotion to go to their... Okay, y'all not talking back to me. So here it is. You done drove in a hoop-de-doo all your life, and soon as God begins to elevate you, now you have a few letters on the back of your car that looks real good. Now you stay in a 6-bedroom house with 4 bathrooms. Y'all not talking back to me. And now you got a few dollars in the bank account. Now your head gets all big. But God said, I'm looking for a few soldiers that I can upgrade without the humility being depleted. Is there anybody in here that say, God, if you're looking for somebody to bless, you can go ahead and bless me? God prepares a table in the presence. So here it is. Most people will testify and say that God has kept me. How many of us ever heard that? God has kept me. God is preserving me. But let me allow this. Yeah, that's the first thing that the text is telling me to teach us. While God is preserving, you should be advancing. Most people will testify that God has preserved them, that God is keeping them, that God has allowed them to survive. But the issue that I have, Sister DeLester, is that while God is preserving you, are you progressing? So many people go through storms and trials and tribulations in their life, but when they come out of the fire, they're still the same as when they went in. They've just been preserved. So here it is. God said, I don't just preserve for your life to remain the same. Most people want increase but don't want growth. I've got an issue there. A lot of people want increase. God, I want you to enlarge my territory, but I don't want you to make me grow. Went to a church, I'm not going to call it, but I went to a church and the young man raised his hand. He said, preacher, I hear what you're saying, but this is how I am. It does not matter what you say. This is just how I am. Take it or leave it. And I had to pause him. I said, brother, I love you with the love of Christ, but can I share something with you? If you're going to stay the way that you are and people have to accept it, that shows that there's no growth happening in your life. That's right. So in order for things to change, something has to grow. And in order for something to grow, something has to what? Die. So in order for God to allow me to advance, some things in my life have to grow and some things has to die. What has to die? Fear has to die. Yes, so fear has to die, and also my mentality has to grow. Why my mentality has to grow? Because God says that when I allow you to get your territory enlarged, I need your mentality to be able to handle all the things that I'm about to bestow upon you. What are you talking about, preacher? You have to have the mentality to endure when the honeymoon is over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I believe there's some people under the sound of my voice this morning that will say that I have mediocre people that surround me, and every time I begin to talk, they get uncomfortable. And God gave me this while I was in the shower this morning. He told me to tell you, he said, people without vision is not going to understand when you have a vision. Okay, I thought that was going to hit a little bit harder. It hit harder when I was in the shower. People without vision don't understand the vision that God has given you. What are you saying? You need to remove yourself from mediocre people. Why? Because people will try to complace you and tie you down to complacency. But is there anybody in this building that will say that God has a great anointing over my life? God has some great things for me to do. And if you can't level up, you need to go ahead and kick rocks. Is there anybody in this building that is expectation seekers? Is there anybody here that's an expectation seeker? What are you saying? I mean, I'm expecting God to do what eyes have not seen and what ears have not heard. I know you can't touch your neighbor, but can you tell your neighbor, I'm believing for God for too much to be cute in this season. God, I have $1 million dream and I can't have a $5 prayer life. I'm expecting God to do something pressed down, shaking together, running over. Is there anybody in this building that will say God is about to do something in this season that's going to be pressed down, shaking together? Watch this. It's just dropped in my spirit. How many of y'all are cooks? Okay, we don't got no cooks in the building. When I used to eat meat, I remember this particular time, my mother, when we used to go to Busch Gardens. And I didn't understand this. God just gave this to me. It's not even in my sermon. God just gave this to me. This is what happened. Before we went to Busch Gardens, what did she always pack, Daddy? She always packed fried chicken. So this is what she do. She would get the chicken. But you got to understand this. When my mama went to Walmart, I tell my mama now, I said, Mama, I don't know if we can do that. She said, I paid for these bags. Have you ever went to the grocery line and you got your grocery bags, but you need a few more grocery bags? So you begin to rip something off the rack. I'm not talking back to them. So she ripped a few off the rack. And when she got home, Deshaun, it messed me up because she took the chicken and she seasoned it and she put the flour in the bag. And when she put the flour in the bag, she took the chicken and put the flour in the bag, but put the chicken in the bag too. And when she did, Dr. Scott, it messed me up because she took the bag, and when she took the bag, she did what? She shook the bag. I said, Mama, why in the world are you shaking the bag? Because she said, all of the seasoning that I have in the bag, I needed to get on this chicken. Is there anybody in here say, God, I need you to shake some things up because there's some things in my life that I need shaking off. I need some things added to my life. Press down. I'm done with this. Second one. When the honeymoon is over, you have to find yourself, Deshaun, in a place where you display consistency despite your situation. So you have to display consistency despite your situation. David is in the cave with other men with issues. Digging his pony and messed me up. Why? Because he's now in the cave with other folks that have issues. Okay, y'all didn't see me. Can't see me coming from this angle. He's in the cave with other people that are vocalizing their issues. Okay, let me come this way. He's in the cave with other folks that's scared of the coronavirus. You see my shirt. God is greater than the coronavirus. Watch this. He's in the cave with other folks that's scared about the coronavirus. But watch this. This is what David said. He penned this. I will bless the Lord. Not when the coronavirus die down. I'm not saying don't take precaution. As a matter of fact, we have some hand sanitizers over there. Go ahead and sanitize exercise your hand, but what I am suggesting to you, don't allow what's around you to get you down. So David said, listen, it does not matter what's around me. It does not matter what you have to say, but I will bless the Lord. And can I drop something in your spirit? It's something about positive vibes that's so contagious. Yeah, so have you ever walked in a room and the room, it just seemed so negative and you had to excuse yourself? But as soon as you walked in the room all happy and laughing and smiling, it just seems as if a smile is so contagious. You remember when we were at the job and we showed and everybody that walked past, they got to stop and see what you're talking about. That's how your spirit ought to be. I will bless the Lord at all times. Why are you blessing the Lord when everybody dying around you? Why? Because there is a promise over my life. Watch this. Fear usually sets in. Watch this. After the honeymoon. I asked a critical question. I said, why does fear set in after the honeymoon? Because during the honeymoon, you're on cloud nine. Because everything is going good for you. So when things are going well, fear can't even visit. So since fear can't visit, I asked the critical question, Sister Angelina, I said, why can't fear visit? Because there's no room for fear. Y'all not talking back to me. The reason it's hard for most people to display consistency despite their circumstances is because they're operating in something that God has not given you. Okay, y'all still didn't see me coming. The Bible declares to us that God has not given us the spirit of fear. Pause. So I told him during the Wednesday, Thursday prayer call, is that God has given each and every one of us a measure of faith. He has given each of us a measure of faith. And as a matter of fact, he said, listen, all you need is the faith the size of a mustard seed, and then you can speak to the mountains and the mountains shall be removed. Now, watch this. Some people ask, how come God blesses other people and he doesn't bless other people? God blesses all. The Bible declares to us that God shines on the just as well as the unjust. However, we all have a measure of faith, but some of our faith has been upgraded. Is there anybody in this building that says, preacher, the reason I act the way I act, the reason I have the things that I have is because my faith has been upgraded? So here it is. When your faith has been upgraded, CNN won't get in your head. Facebook won't get in your head. Love and hip hop won't get in your head. Fox News won't get in your head. When you see that breaking report on your phone, it won't get in your head. Why? Because fear cannot reside where God rested. Since we are the church, fear can't live where God resides at. Watch this. This is going to bless the house. Lastly, I'm done. David lets me know that God is trustworthy. I said, preacher, how is God trustworthy? How is God trustworthy? The text says, I will bless the Lord at all times. And watch this. This is where the trustworthy part comes in. And his praises shall continually be in my mouth. I asked David the crazy question. I said, how is God trustworthy? He says that you don't praise something that's inconsistent. So here it is. So I understand you thought this was going to be a shouting message. I'm done. Here it is. You don't praise anything that's not consistent. Okay, some people are married, some people are in relationship. You don't tell your husband or your boyfriend you did a good job when he ain't do nothing. You don't go to your husband and say, thank you for the gas when your gas tank come in. Okay, y'all talking back to the ladies. I didn't leave you out either. You don't tell your wife or your girlfriend, baby, thank you for the food that you made when she ain't cooked nothing. Why? Because you cannot trust inconsistency. So watch this. What's the number one reason that kills relationships and kills trust? Inconsistency. And inconsistency will kill trust. Watch this. It takes a while to build trust, but it takes seconds to lose it. Why does it take seconds to lose it? You got to understand. I don't know what happened. I don't know whether because I got married and now I have a lot of responsibilities, or God is about to open up a door for me to pastor the greatest church. I know New Road to Sharon, Elam Baptist Church is the greatest church on this side of Jordan, but God is about to allow me to pastor the greatest church that I ever pastored on this side of Jordan. You miss your opportunity to shout, because I don't know about you. Even though I haven't got the email back yet, even though they haven't called, I'm speaking those things that are not as though A lot of people looking at it. You still thinking about a church? And the world is about to shut down. You don't understand the God that I serve. I mean, like for real, for real. You may think that the world is about to shut down, but God has a mandate over my life. I don't care when Passover, I don't care when businesses close, I don't care when stock market close. God is going to allow me to stand in my own pulpit to encourage my folks. But let me drop this in your spirit. I don't know what has happened, but in the last few months, all of my hair done fell out. So I shave like 3 times a week. Deshaun, you remember I used to go to the barber shop twice a week. Something happened. All my hair fell out. So I've adopted Bald Head Man's Club. It's cool in the game. I'm good. I love the look. It looks good on me. But when I used to go to the barber shop went to the barber shop, and this particular day, this comedian, he said, I found something longer than black church. He said it's the black barbershop. And sure enough, the black barbershop experience is long. So this particular day, my barber was my cousin, he was tied up. He said, cuz, it's going to be about 2 hours. I looked at my clock, looked in the mirror, looked at my hair. I said, I'll wait. So what happened was, another barber came in. He cut some heads and looked pretty decent, thinking it's Tony. And then he asked me, he said, cuz, it's going to take a little longer. So if you want to go to him, that's fine. Go ahead and go to him. I said, all right, I'll go ahead and shoot my shot. Go ahead, I need my cut. So I got in his seat. And he cut my hair. And you understand when you get your hair cut, ladies, when you get your hair done and you go to a new salon and she begin to do new little moves to your head, you're like, hold on, my normal stylist don't be doing all of that. You turn me around so I can look in the mirror. You messing me up. So he cut my hair. And, I don't know about y'all, but I have a spirit of humility. If he messed me up, I'm not going to tell him. I'm just going to say, thank you, man. Pay him his money and go about my business. Some of y'all may say some stuff that's not more Luke or John. I'm not like that. I got an image to hold up. So give me some questions. He cut my hair. So when he was finished, he showed me the mirror. I said, thank you, man. Good. How much y'all owe you? I gave him the money. Then I got in the car, looked in the mirror. My edge-up line was from here all the way up to right here somewhere. I said, he done messed me up. I gotta shave all my hair off. He done messed me up. So the next time I went to the barbershop, my cousin said, listen, I'm sorry. I know you booked your appointment. Isn't it funny that black barbers, you book an appointment and you still can't get in the chair when you book your appointment? So watch this. He said, cuz, it's gonna be about 3 hours this time. I said, it's gonna be 3 hours. I said, I'm gonna sit and wait. He said, cuz, why are you gonna sit and wait? This is gonna be the best shot that you gave all 2020. I said, because I knew the hands that's about to touch my hand is gonna make my cut satisfied. Is there anybody in this building that would say, I can't keep on trusting CNN, I can't keep on trusting Fox News, I gotta trust the one. And I'm gone. When I tell you, come on, man, it's fine to keep it, put me in. I'm out of here. Good afternoon, y'all. May the Lord God bless you real good. But on my way to heaven, is there anybody in here that can help me close this sermon to say, God, I thank you, because I found out that trouble don't last always. And is there anybody in here that can stand to your feet and declare out loud, if he's done it just got news for you. This too. I thought I had a few more encouragement. This too. Come on, can I get this side to talk back? This too. Okay, they not hollering back here, right? Can this side get with me? This too. Come on, can you say it like you believe it? This too. Somebody scream it out loud. Somebody say this too. Somebody say this too. I want you to say it till your soul is happy. Somebody say this too. Somebody say this too. Use your hand sanitizer. Wash your hands. Wash up. But Dr. Scott, the last time I checked, you were supposed to be doing that anyway. My soul has been anchored. The songwriter said, if your soul's not anchored in Jesus, you will surely drift away. The doors of the church are now open. You may find yourself in a predicament where you're saying, Reverend, I hear you. And to be honest with you, the honeymoon in my life is over with. I mean, the honeymoon in my marriage is over with. The honeymoon in my stage of trusting God is over with. God doesn't get upset because you lose faith. Because the truth be told, sometimes my faith gets weakened. But God gets disappointed when you let go. God said, there's going to be storms that come. It's going to rock you a little bit. It's going to wake you a little bit. But he said, but if you hold on, my brother used to say it like this, change is on the way. Does not matter what CNN said, Fox News, Facebook, and God knows I love some Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. They got this new app called TikTok. When you dancing, hit a switch, clothes unswitched. TikTok. Don't matter what they doing on TikTok. I serve a God that's not subject to the clock's TikTok. So is there one today? You say, listen, I fit in one of the three categories. I'm saved, I love Jesus, but I don't have a house that I can call my home, my church home. I would love to be your youth pastor. Dr. Scott would love to be your pastor, leader lady. Would love to be your leader lady. This is a great place for you to grow. If you say the category, say, preacher, I don't know nothing about none of that. I don't know nothing about he's able. I don't know nothing about he will make a way in the weary lane. I don't know none of that. All I know is I came here today. What do I do from here? Today is your day. Or you may fit the third and last category, say, preacher, I'm saved, sanctified, but my boat is just a little bit rocky right now. I don't know my way. Today is your day. Look at your neighbor. You don't got to touch him, but look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, are you straight? Come on, ask your neighbor, say, neighbor, are you straight? Because if you're not, we can go down to the front together. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, mercy. God, we need your direction when the honeymoon is over. Because we understand when the honeymoon is over, we may understand that the trials and the tribulations may come. And even though the world is telling us to practice social distance, it's only letting us know that you don't distance yourself from us. So God, for that we give you praise. And God, we give you glory. God, there's somebody that's on my road that's going through trials right now. There's somebody on my road that's going through sickness, a heart issue, cancer issue, diabetes issue. God, we release it to you right now. God, even though we're not at the altar, we understand at the altar things get altered. So God, we cast all of our burdens on the altar right now. God, whatever it is they stand in need of, God, we ask that you meet them right now and let me know. God, we thank you for our pastor. God, we ask that you continually give them fresh manna from heaven. God, we ask that you give them direction on the way that you want us to go. So God, we lift up our pastor. We thank you right now for the oil that rests on his life. And God, we understand that he doesn't stand by himself. So God, we lift up the leading lady that stands with him in proximity. God, we thank you for her love. We thank you for her commitment. But God, we thank you for every leader that's here in the New Hope Evangelical Baptist Church. God, we ask that you show the world that there's nothing impossible for you. It's in Jesus Christ's name we pray. If you believe